I'm Nick Turnbull. I've been living in Singapore for the last 9 years, originally from the UK, 44 years old, and I've had EB simplex, obviously since I was born, being a genetic condition. It's very little things. So, for example, to go to the local shops to buy groceries, it's a pretty short distance. It's maybe less than a kilometer away, but I would have to take a car or hop on a bus or a bike. I wouldn't be able to walk it. So it's really the walking outside that's very problematic, and would cause blistering very quickly. But even as a grown-up, I'd love to do more outside. But for me, it's more restricted to things like swimming or cycling. EB simplex doesn't just affect the feet, affects the hand and any other places where you can have friction. So cycling long distances, I can get sore hands from the handlebars. So, there's lots of little things that you have to think about and just be mindful of, which, when I was younger, they were all the things I wanted to be doing when I wasn't at school. Running around with friends, kicking a ball about, going for long bike rides, having that outdoor fun. When you're writing longer essays, you're writing stories, you're studying for exams, you'd often get blisters on your middle finger and thumb, just where you're holding the pen or pencil. And, that was definitely a challenge. Growing up in the UK, the challenge was always greater in the summer, hot month. In Singapore, it's always hot. So, that's a problem throughout the year. For me, with the feet being the most prevalent place for blistering to occur, because obviously that's where there's friction all the time with standing up and walking about. The real key is comfortable footwear. So, having good, comfortable shoes is so important, in my view, for someone with EBS to be able to carry on as normal as much as possible. And then the other thing is staying, if you are doing things outside. So an example would be if I walk to do some shopping around Orchard Road. For me, going in and out of the shopping malls makes a big difference, because it just cools the body down, reduces the inflammation in the body, and therefore can slow the blistering down. Fundamentally, good shoes will go a long way to preventing blistering. Yes, yeah. So for me, I can go, several days or even a week or two where it doesn't affect me. That's purely based on the amount of physical activity, the amount of walking that I would be doing. Then on the flip side of that, if I do end up in situations where I have to walk a lot, the blistering will start. And once it's started, if you're not able to go for several days without making it worse, it does just get worse and worse. So, it can be difficult to control. So for me, the most important thing to do is focus on what I can do, not what I can't do. So if I feel like I want to do some exercise, I choose to do the exercises I can do. So I'll go to an air-conditioned gym, I'll go for a swim, I'll do any activity where there's not that real heat and friction caused. But for me, psychologically, it's important to always think about the myriad of things that you can do, not the things that you can't do, and that enables me to keep a positive mindset, even though, it's a very frustrating condition to have. So instead of sitting back and thinking, I wish I could be a footballer, I wish I could have joined the army, I wish I could have done X, Y, and Z, to focus on things I can do and I can really enjoy doing. Find yourself a brand of comfortable shoe and buy lots of them and just keep wearing them, because they become your best friend. And the second is to find a way to maintain that level of positivity and focus on the things that you can do and just put aside the things you can't.